Among the waves of the ocean, Minghe suddenly regained consciousness. There was water everywhere, and he felt something strange in his hand. In the middle of his palm, a big hole was clearly visible. It was the mark of a bullet, but there was no pain. No pain, no burning, no sensation at all. Even when sunlight passed straight through that hole, he felt nothing. He got a little scared but didn't realize the real fear was yet to come. When he reached home and looked at himself in the mirror, he saw a round hole on the chest of his shirt too. He tore the cloth and saw the same black bullet mark there as well. Minghe's face turned completely pale. He started thinking, am I alive or am I already dead? Terrified, he ran to the hospital. He said to the nurse, please call a doctor quickly. The nurse said he had to register first, but Minghe had no ID. Just then, a voice came from behind Minghe. It was Dr. Simon, his father's old doctor. Seeing his condition, Simon stopped the nurse. I'll take care of this. Both of them. It meant Minghe's heart wasn't beating at all. Minghe was stunned. Impossible, I'm talking right now. Simon took a deep breath. I don't understand this, but I need to take some samples. You people will turn me into an experiment. Angry, he stormed out of there. As soon as he reached home, his dog started barking at him like he was a stranger. He stood in front of the mirror and inserted tweezers into his wound. A piece of the bullet came out. He bandaged himself and tried to remember what had happened the previous night. He was a police officer. He had met a smuggler near the river at night. The smuggler gave him some money and asked, Sir, there's no raid this week, right? Minghe said, Relax, nothing will happen. But a little while later he saw a man strangling someone. When he yelled, that man ran. Minghe chased him, but the man on the ground was already dead. Running after the killer, he reached the far edge of the bridge. And then suddenly, an explosion. After that, nothing. And now he had woken up in the sea. His phone ringing brought him back to his senses. It was Simon calling. I have to research your case. I promise I won't tell anyone. Minghe hung up without saying anything. He called the police station. Last night I witnessed a murder. The team went to the spot, but there was no body. No evidence. Everyone said he had been drunk again and hallucinated. He tried to explain, but anger was boiling inside him. Slowly, his eyes and face started changing as if someone else was coming out from inside him. Hearing his partner's voice, he went back to normal. Avoiding everyone's eyes, he went to the other side of the bridge. He hid the bullet that had come out of his chest between the railing. Then he called everyone, found the evidence. When no one believed him, he had to plant the evidence himself. Exhausted, he returned home. His wife had prepared food, but the moment he saw it, he pounced on it like an animal. The sounds from his mouth, the clattering of plates, everything was out of control. After swallowing the last bite, he threw everything up. His wife and son were terrified. Minghe himself panicked. What's happening to me? That night he told his daughter, Papa will sleep in the living room today. When his daughter came close, something monstrous awoke inside him. His face twisted, his eyes turned red. He grabbed his daughter tightly. Hearing her scream, he came back to his senses. Don't tell anyone. Papa is okay. The next morning he went back to Simon. Doctor, there's something inside me, some animal that's controlling me. Simon said, you can't go to the hospital now. If anyone finds out, they'll turn you into a study sample. He took him to a secret basement where his private lab was hidden. Here, I'll find the truth, Simon said. But I'll need to monitor you for 24 hours. Minghe said, what's the difference between the cage of one man and the cage of 100 people? He refused and walked out. Just then his phone rang. A girl's panicked voice, help me, please. Then the call disconnected. He rushed to her apartment. The girl was lying on the floor, overdosed. He was about to give her water when a man appeared from behind, The same smuggler from last night. You said there would be no raid. Everyone got caught. He lunged forward with a knife and stabbed Minghe in the stomach. The smell of blood in the air awakened the beast inside Minghe. In an instant he turned into a monster. He grabbed the smuggler's arm and tore it apart, then went near the wall and started eating the flesh. He was no longer human. After some time he returned to normal, but now he hated himself. Staggering, he ran away from there. The next morning he went back to the same beach where he had first regained consciousness. Maybe he would get some answers. He removed the bandage. The bullet hole in his palm had healed completely. Only a faint mark remained. He smiled slightly. Maybe the nightmare was over. But that night, a masked man entered an old man's house. He whispered something into his ear and fitted a strange device inside the ceiling chandelier. When he sat in his car and took off the mask, it was Dr. Simon. Who was Simon really? Was he helping Minghe or using him? The story didn't end there. A few days later, while showering, Minghe saw a worm crawling out of the wound on his chest. He was stunned. He ran to Simon again. Yesterday the wound was healed. Now what's happening? Simon took a sample, but at that moment, a horrible cramp of hunger twisted inside Minghe's stomach. He looked at Simon as if he was going to eat him. Then suddenly he controlled himself. Simon sighed in relief and said, "Decay has started in your body. Here, use this perfume. It will help control the smell." Then Minghe remembered. His wife had also said in the morning that he smelled strange. Simon said, "Stay in a cold environment, decay will slow down. Research shows your brain is still functioning, but something is eating the energy of your cells. As the cells die, the brain automatically shuts down unnecessary body functions, senses, limbs, everything." Simon said, "If you stay and work with me, this discovery could change the whole world." But Minghe said, "I don't want to save the world. I want to save myself," and left. Simon stayed alone in the lab. He kept the samples in the freezer and spoke into his recorder. Whether the patient is alive or dead is unclear. But if a human can walk after dying, then we have misunderstood death. He turned around, and in a large tank behind him, a dead body was floating in water. The same man Minghe had seen dead that night. Simon started his experiments. Traces of a virus were found in the samples. Meanwhile, Minghe reached the police station. "I need to find the masked man who shot me." But everyone started thinking he was crazy. No one believed that any murder had even happened. Even the bullet he had hidden in the railing couldn't prove anything to anyone. Slowly, everyone began turning their backs on him. And the story fades here. A living man with no heartbeat, and a doctor who believes more in science than in humanity.